What's up? What's up? Good afternoon, sugar. I see you in here. Hope you're doing all right, sweetie. Um, Ride or die, 10 toes down. I'll see you in here, sweetie. Straight to the point, sports and entertainment. I popped out a little bit earlier this morning, and I popped out just a little while ago, talking about some entertainment. Now we're getting ready to jump into some more hoops, and it's that time of year, man. We got the Sweet 16 that's getting ready to pop off today and tomorrow, and we got the play-in getting ready to happen right around the corner. Okay, so I'm loving it. I'm really loving it. I'm loving this time of year. That's when everybody's juices are flowing, so to speak. And my juices are definitely flowing because I love good, solid, competitive basketball. Okay, and this is the time of year when everybody gets to show that. Having said all of that, let's go ahead and let's get real about something. All right, now I like KD, man. I really do. I like him as a player, and I've often said this. I said if there's a if you have a player that's getting ready to go to the league, if you have a son or a daughter, but most likely the son that is of that height, around, like I would say, about anywhere from about 6'8" to about 6'11", and they're wanting to go to the NBA, he has the prototypical game that somebody will want to follow. And the reason is because he is a total, complete scoring package. Okay? He can shoot the three, automatic. Okay? He can shoot the mid-range. He could post up just a little bit. Okay? He doesn't have the most post moves in the world, but he's able to create while in the post or whatever. He's worked on that aspect of his game. Um, he's automatic from the free throw, 50, 40, 90, okay? All of that. We get all of that, all right? He's improved the defense too as well, okay? Uh, Having said all of that, though, we gotta understand something. KD's got to get it done this year. He has to get it done. And in some people's eyes, at least to a finals. Okay? Is that going to happen? That's highly unlikely with everything that they got going on. The Phoenix Suns, man, is and shout out to the brother Hitman X, man. I know he likes the Phoenix Suns, but it's just like they're missing something. Ever since the Phoenix Suns, man, they broke that team up, and Monty Williams had left, CP3 left, DeAndre Ayton, who I'm very disappointed in. Ever since they left, Mikal Bridges left. They just have not been. They're just not the same team. It's like they're missing something, man. And the Phoenix Suns actually used to be a joy to watch. You know what I'm saying? What's up with it, Chad? I see you in here, bro. They used to be a joy to watch. But the fact of the matter is, okay, and look, Booker is included in this, and so is Bradley Beal. But I hold KD to a higher standard, and the reason is we know that he's a two-time champion. He's got it done with Golden State. Yes, I understand that, all right? But just to be honest with you, a lot of people don't respect that championship that KD has. Do I respect it? Yeah, I mean, I respect it. You know what I'm saying? Because I've always looked at it like this. You still got to go out there and you still got to execute. I've said that time and time again. But the thing about it is the question that everybody raises is what has he done since he left the Warriors? And he has not gotten it done. Okay? Yeah, I respect him too, Ted. But that still doesn't exempt him from the smoke that I'm gonna give him in terms of getting it done. And listen, I say KD. I should have put included Booker, and I should have included Bradley Beal in the title too, because they got to get it done too as well. All right, let's talk about Bradley Beal. Okay, Bradley Beal, man, has yet to go deep into the playoffs, man. Okay, um, Bradley Beal has always been seen as just a mediocre player. He's okay, but it's like he's missing something with his game too. And I don't want to hear all this stuff about, oh yeah, he didn't have no help in Washington and all this other stuff. No, you had a chance to get it done and be a leader in Washington and get it done. And now that you have joined forces, you joined forces with KD, you got to get it done too. But your biggest thing is also with the back issue, you have to get that healthy. And it's highly unlikely that that's gonna happen, because we all know, if you've ever dealt with back issues, stuff like that, it's very unfortunate. Okay, it diminished a lot of people's careers. The one that comes to mind is Larry Bird. The other that comes to mind too, one of my players that I enjoyed watching, and is my coach. One of my coach's personal friends is LJ, Larry Johnson, Grandmama. If you, that's why they say pre-back injury LJ, if that makes any sense. T-Mac too, but well, with T-Mac, man, it was a combination of several different things. He had injuries all over the place, though, man. But yeah, T-Mac had back too. But thing about it, man, KD has to get it done. Listen, man, I know the man. We often talk about the Achilles injury that took place with Klay Thompson. Okay, we talk about that. We also talk about DeMarcus Cousins too as well. But we also got to throw KD in there too as well, because people forget that he did have an Achilles injury too as well. All right, that he had to come back from, and he also had the plantar fasciitis too. It was just one after another. You know what I'm saying? One after another. However, the NBA is very unforgiving, because they're seeing it, and I'm talking about NBA fans too. People are not going to show any type of mercy, because they're seeing it like, okay, you can put up 30, you can put up, this amount of points and stuff like that, but is it going to translate into wins when you get into the playoffs? Are you going to go deep into the playoffs? Are you going to actually be the leader of a team that is going to actually solidify your name as winning a championship without having to join forces or seen as, oh, you hopped on the super team? Can you be able to do that without Curry's help? Because now all it's going to look like is, and I know Isaiah Thomas, which I thoroughly disagree with him. He said that KD saved their legacy. No, it was the other way around, Isaiah. It was the other way around. And like I said, I got respect for Isaiah Thomas, but Isaiah Thomas was capping on that one. Isaiah Thomas was capping on that one. We all know that if it was not for Steph Curry, KD wouldn't have those rings. Can you lift up scrubs on the team to play in the playoffs like Michael Jordan did? Michael Jordan didn't have any scrubs on. Michael Jordan they had a solid team, man. When you talk about on both teams, those were not no scrubs, man. They had guys that could get it done. John Paxson, he wasn't a scrub. Um, Horace Grant, he wasn't a scrub. Cliff Livingston, he damn sure wasn't no scrub. Man, he was a hey. Cliff Livingston was a guy that you needed down low. Stacy, what's his name? King, I think it wasn't no scrub. B.J. Armstrong, he wasn't no scrub. Those guys could actually play, and they don't get the credit that they deserve. Yeah, like Will Purdue and Bill Winnington and Luke Longley, those guys might have not scored that much. Tony Kukoc and all them, but they weren't scrubs, man. They weren't scrubs, because you got to think about it, man. Now, would they step out and lead a team, and go out and go get you 20 and 10 and all that other stuff? No, they're not. But I certainly am not going to say that. I'm not going to say that they're scrubs. Now, are they on the level of some of these other guys? Nah, they're not. But I can't sit there and call them scrubs or whatnot, because whether we want to believe it or not, Jordan actually needed those guys, man. He needed a contribution from those guys. I understand that, but Jordan didn't play well. I mean, Jordan played well, but he didn't win without some of those guys either. It took a team effort. Jordan didn't get it done alone. And by that logic, Ted, check this out. You saying that right? I'm always going to go back to the same thing. And I know some people don't want to hear this, but we could go back to both. Well, actually, we could go back to two finals. We could go back to the 98 finals, and we could go back to the 96 finals. Jordan didn't play great in either one of those finals. Okay, it was a collective effort. All right, now in 95-96, in 95-96, throughout the playoffs, Jordan did his thing, because you got to think about it. They I think they went through Miami. I think it was Miami, that first one. I forgot who they played in that second round, and then of course they ended up sweeping the Magic. Was it New York? I don't know if it was New York. I forget who it was in that in the 95 the Eastern Conference semis. But I know in the Magic, they swept the Magic. But then when they got to Seattle, let's just call it what it is, man. Jordan shot poorly, man. He shot poorly. And this is coming from a Michael Jordan fan. Okay. Now, was Jordan on his defensive shit? Yes, he was. He was on his defensive game too. He did other things. But we also got the main thing that people look at is for Jordan is that he's a scorer, and he pretty much was taken out of his game or thrown off of his spot in three of those games or whatnot, because of the defense that was presented towards him. It took players like a Dennis Rodman and others, to step up to fill the void. So we gotta understand that. Listen, I like Michael Jordan, man. You know what I'm saying? I think. Do I think he is he my all time favorite player? Yeah, he is. But like I said, man, I gotta keep it 100 and I keep it 1,000. It's just like the same thing. Listen, the same thing that I say about Jordan is the same thing I'm gonna say about Kobe too. Uh, and I think it was the '09 finals. Kobe didn't really. I think it was the 2010. It was one of those finals. I think it was the '09 finals. He really didn't. I mean, he might have put up a lot of points, but he had poor shooting outing defense that he played on the other end. But people neglect to talk about how well a guy like Paul Gasol played. And it's like, oh yeah, Kobe, 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 Kobe. No, Paul Gasol was averaging a double-double when he played with Kobe the whole entire time. And we're not talking about, oh no, no 10 and 10 or no shit like that. We're talking about actually Paul Gasol averaging close to 20. Right, exactly. There you go. I knew it was 2010, and it was Ron Artest, Metal World Peace. Metal World Peace, man. Yeah, he came through, man. And guys don't look at guys like Lamar Odom that came through. It was a collective effort, man. And that goes back to what I was talking about this morning, Ted. That goes back to what I was talking about this morning. Yeah, in '09 he was, he didn't really shoot that great. Now, don't get me wrong. Now make no mistake about it. In the Western Conference semis and the Western Conference finals, oh man, Kobe was balling. Did he make some difficult shots? Yeah, but a lot of those shots that he took that were difficult, he was forcing a lot of those, but a lot of them went in. Especially, I still think about some of those shots he was hitting against the Phoenix Suns, and they were all over him. When we talk about Roger Bell, and like guys like Sean Marion, everybody trying to put the clamps on him and everything, but he was still murdering them, man. Exactly. Yeah, Sasha Vujacic. Nobody even talks about that guy, but Sasha came through. Look, man, I know he's funny looking. I know he does this shit, with his hair and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But Sasha Vujacic was a decent player, man. But yeah, going back to my original point, it's a collective effort, man, and Jordan didn't get it done alone. Was he the best player? Yes. Was he the most feared player? Yes, he was. But we can't discount some of the guys that was on there. Now, if you're gonna mention a guy like Robert Parrish at the end of the roster, you know what I'm saying? That clearly he can't. The only thing that Chief was there for was to, you know what I'm saying? Live his NBA days out and make a little bit more money. You know what I'm saying? We know Chief wasn't gonna get out there and play. If you mention somebody like him, yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Or if you say, yeah, Judd Bushler was way more impactful than Michael Jordan or something like that, then yeah, I understand what you're saying. But it was a collective effort. You said, yeah, man, like Robert Parrish was, Robert Parrish was like Udonis Haslem, sitting on sitting on the bench. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I know some people came up to Robert Parrish and was like, man, nigga, when you gonna retire? You understand what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you been in the league how long? Shit, that motherfucker had a daycare. Robert Parrish had a daycare and stuff going, man. He was up in there, man. Look, man, let me get them kids. Y'all go out there and go play. He over there, somebody granddad and stuff on the bench. Yeah. No, man. I ain't gonna watch them kids today. Not today. I got stuff I gotta do. I gotta get my workout in. You know, we got water aerobics coming up. Yeah. Me, Moses Malone, we are gonna get out there, man. We gonna get our water aerobics there. Yeah, we still on the roster. Yeah, Nick Collison. But I like Nick Collison, man. Kansas. I can't believe Kansas lost, man. I can't. Yeah. Shout out to T. Price, man. I know that's the squad. I know that irked his nerves and stuff. But like I said, man, that's what you gotta like about NCAA. It's a lot of parity. Yeah, playing with the kids on the bench and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gonna see no playing time. Hey, he be on the bench, but you know he'll host all the parties. He'll have all the parties, right? He'll have Taco Tuesday, Margarita Night, Game Night. You know what I'm saying? He'll be having all these parties, but they be asking him, dog, is you actually gonna play? That's like somebody that's in a barbershop, right? They clearly, man, I know he be in a barbershop, man. But he always in the barbershop talking. It's kind of like, that show The Shop with LeBron. I think LeBron had even said there was a guy in there, man, he don't never get a cut. He just always be in the barbershop. That's the same thing with somebody that be on the bench all the time. But he want to give you advice. Yeah, Ted. Yeah, they getting all the cougars and stuff like that. They were like, hey, man, they be having all the females too. They be like, yeah, we going to Robert's house tonight. I'm like, Robert? Yeah, Robert Parrish. Yeah, we gonna go to his house. Yeah, he's supposed to be having a poker game and all that. I'm like, what? Hey, man, come on through to Robert's house, man. He got the females here. He got a strip club. He got the stripper pole in here. He got everything on here. Yeah, man, it's going down. But Chief, I thought you was retiring. He's like, hell yeah, I'm retiring. I still gotta live my life. Watch the older and younger players. Yeah, moms and grannies and stuff like that. Yeah, man. Yeah, hey, Ted, man, I ain't gonna be able to make it today, man. We going to church service. I gotta, one of the players, mom, they want me to go to church, and then afterwards, man, we gonna go ahead. We gonna have a little dinner. We gonna have a little dinner, man. Like, man, dude, man, and then what's tripped out too is they want to try to give you advice out there too. See, like, man, what you should have did back in my young days. What I would have did, man, is I would have just took the shot. I'm like, Chief, though, but you ain't never. Only thing you did was, you know what I'm saying, you sat in the post and everything, man. You ain't never had a buck. I understand all that. They be trying to argue with you and stuff. Especially, hold on one second, even because these people can't drive. Yeah, man. I'm like, dude, is you gonna play? he ain't seen a lick of playing time since he was young, since he was in his 20s. But yeah, KD, man, he definitely, going back to my original point. You know, I be getting off key, but yeah, KD, man, he got to get it done this year, man. Like I said, KD's a hell of a talent, but he's gonna go down as, if he don't get it done, with the exception of the rings, he's just gonna go down as another George Gervin. And what was George Gervin seen as? He was seen as a great scorer, but he could never get it done. Yeah, man. You know what, man? I got my thoughts about that though, Ted, man. I asked somebody, man, about that situation one time, man, and I asked them what they thought, you know, in terms of what happened with the whole Delonte West thing and stuff. And a lot of people really, I'm surprised, a lot of people really didn't think what Delonte West did was wrong. They, you know, and they really didn't think, they didn't even think that Gloria James was wrong either. Yeah, man, he gets a bad rap, man. He was out here in Dallas. I didn't get a chance to meet him or nothing like that, but he has hooped at some of the gyms that I was. This was a few years back, man. Because a lot of people got to understand he was here in Dallas or whatever. And but listen, man, that situation right there is kind of touchy or whatever. I think the fact that, okay, the way that people are looking at it, they're looking at it from a standpoint of, okay, this is your teammate. You should have been a little bit more, you should have had a lot more respect. Like, okay, this is my thing, right? If something like that was to go down, like let's say, because everybody's looking at Delonte West, but we also got it. There's two people. It takes two to tango. Okay, in this situation. Let's say, you know, his mom, you know what I'm saying, came and hollered at Delonte or whatever. I think, I'm just saying from me, my standpoint, you know what I'm saying? I'm like morals, man. I think about people who I'm associating with and stuff. I'd have been like, you know, hey, man, look, bro, woozy woo. Is it all right? Do you have a problem with it? You know what I'm saying? I would have approached him about it first. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, because to me, it's a respect thing. But then you got some guys out there that actually get off on that type of stuff. And they're like, you know what? You know, forget all that. You know what I'm saying? It might have been some resentment. You know, we don't know the relationship between Delonte and him. Right, and look, I'm not saying that anything was wrong, but what I'm saying is, okay, this is what I'm saying, Ted. I'm talking about from a standpoint of, okay, that's your guy. You chilling with him every day. Y'all have, you know, y'all might, you know, y'all go on the plane with one another, y'all are at each other's houses, you know what I'm saying? Y'all might, you know, chill together, y'all around each other's family, blah, 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 all that. You know what I'm saying? If they getting it in, and I'm talking about really getting it in, and you don't know nothing about it, but you hearing about it from other guys, to me, that's wrong. That's not cool. Because it's like, you sitting at the dinner table, Ted, or you sitting in practice and stuff, and These guys are, they know this about you. They snickering behind your back. They talking behind your back and everything. And let's just call it what it is. LeBron ain't no stupid guy, man. He's a very intelligent guy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure he could read between the lines too. He's gonna be like, well, what's so funny? You said Brian and Brian hasn't been close. Well, man, look, and look. Okay, on the first thing that you said about cussing his mom out, I agree with you, Ted. Man, he shouldn't. Man, shoot. Man, let my mom even think that a curse word is finna come out my mouth, man. Even at my mom being at the age that she was, man, she still would have been moving some furniture. In this case, would have been moving some chairs. She would have, man, it would have took everybody. I don't think anybody could even hold her back. Now, as far as, okay, this is what I'm saying right here too, right? As far as what you're saying about him not being close to his close to his teammates ever since, I agree with you on that. And the reason why I agree with you on that is because when you come in professionally, when you come in professionally as in the NBA, you're usually green, right? You don't really know what's going on. You're you know what I'm saying? You're not really privileged to what you about to get yourself into. You know what I mean? Like you don't have no idea about the snakes and the shark, the snake pit and the shark tank in which you're about to be about. You have a lot of savages that are smile in your face one minute, and then the next minute they ready to wrong you. And all this time, LeBron could have been like, you know what? I'm gonna look out for this guy. I'm gonna look out for that guy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we're gonna go, doing the Taco Tuesday thing at my house or whatever and stuff like that. But all along, it's just the same thing with money. People are just around you because you got a name and because of your money and because of what type of clout you bring and stuff like that. Everybody want to be around you. But then people start doing you wrong and stuff like that. Well, guess what? It makes a savage out of you. It makes you a complete beast because it's like, well, dang, I can't believe that nigga did me like that. I can't believe that. I can't believe how is he gonna be able to deceive me like that? So that's what I look at it as. You know what I'm saying? And how and sometimes it's like how can you blame LeBron for being the way that he is? How can you blame him? Because listen, when I first heard about the situation, I was thinking to myself, I said, man, Delonte West, he wrong and all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying? Uh, if I was LeBron, I would have did this, that, and the third or whatever. But at the same time, I had to think to myself, I said, okay, th- sometimes the ultimate revenge is success and being able to have that power. Now, when Delonte West was trying to make his comeback and he fell on hard times and stuff like that, a lot of people felt like LeBron should have reached out and tried to help him out and stuff like that. You said that's why it doesn't trip. Right. He doesn't trip on trading play because listen, it's the cold hard facts. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, Ted. I don't like LeBron's way of doing things. I really don't. That's not me. But at the same time, how can you blame him? Especially in a case like this. Especially in a case like this, man. And Ted, you hitting facts, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple of things that I didn't necessarily agree with you, like with the Jordan thing and the scrubs and stuff like that. But on this LeBron thing, you were right. They are both adults, and you said that that's why LeBron doesn't trip on trading players and snaking players and stuff like that. Listen, man. Listen. I understand LeBron giving 5 minute handshakes. You know what I'm saying? You would think LeBron, the type of handshakes he giving, you would think LeBron was game banging. You know what I'm saying? He doing all the, doing about a 5 minute handshake. You know what I'm saying? You up in there spinning around, doing the temptations. You know what I'm saying? I know you want to need. I know you want to leave me. You got the James Brown in there. You throw a little Michael Jackson in there. You know what I'm saying? You come back. A snap, double twist, and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? But then next thing you know, he trading your ass the next day. Your bags are packed. It's time for you to go. It's time for you to go. But that's just the nature of the beast. And LeBron is not the only one that has experienced this before, man. There's been a lot of cases. And Ted, because you you know about the situation, with Pau Gasol and that situation that went on, and the case with Golden Tate and Russell Wilson or whatever. Even though there's a lot of they're denying a lot of that stuff that went on. Jason Richardson and and Steve Nash and Tony Parker and all that that whole situation that went on. He said Brian traded Wade. Well, I think you know what, man. Brian wasn't going to get what he wanted while he was in Miami, anyways. He wasn't. He had no control over there. You said LeBron and Linda. Nah, okay, come on, man. You know what, man? I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not saying that it went down, but I wouldn't be shocked. But I'm not gonna put that on him. A lot of that stuff, can be taken out of context. But listen, man, let's just be real. I'm pretty sure that if a lot of NBA players they had their opportunity to be with either one, They would do it, and they probably already have been. Man, we gotta stop. Listen, I'm calming down what I do on here, but I am gonna. I gotta speak the truth on here. I mean, go. Jeannie Buss, man, is not. She's not a saint. Everybody thinks, yeah, Kurt Rambis hates LeBron, but think about it. You know what I'm saying? And use your imagination. Use your imagination as a way to um get back, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna just leave that alone. You know what I'm saying? Um, but that's why their whole organization is all messed up. Look, man, that organization has been full of drama uh, from day one, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes with the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Just like the Cowboys and stuff like that. But the difference is, way back when, it still came back down to basketball, getting it done, and winning titles. Said Robin, Magic, Worthy, and Kuzma. Yeah, I know, man. Yep. Yeah, Jeannie, man. Jeannie track record, man. You know what I'm saying? As they say, she done spent the block a few times. She done spent the block. And listen, man, a lot of guys, you know what I'm saying, they like the way she looked. You know what I'm saying? Um, she was a she was a Playboy model and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? She was, in that lifestyle or whatever. Like we got to stop it, man. We're talking about Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Like where they walk in and they might be shooting a scene. You're liable to walk in a house and they're shooting a scene. Yeah, but Dr. Bus was on a whole nother level, man. And on top of that, she didn't really learn anything. She didn't learn nothing. Man, the only thing that she learned, man, was uh how to manipulate, okay, which women are often good at doing anyway. They're naturally gifted at doing that. You know what I'm saying? How to seduce, okay, and how to put on a good act, a very good act. And that's going to go even further because they're in highly weird anyways. And that's no disrespect to women, but it's the truth. They they can run circles around a man. They can run circles around a man. That's why you never underestimate the intelligence of a woman. Now, are some people still going to see her as airheaded and stuff like that? Yeah. Does she know what she's doing with the entire Lakers organization? No, she doesn't. Not in comparison to her father. People are going to bring up the fact, oh, yeah, well, we got one ring and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't respect that championship. Yeah, well, I don't, look, man, I don't want to go there. I don't want to say all that. You know what I'm saying? But and I don't want to get into that either. You know what I'm saying? That's why I just left it at that, man. You know, but from a basketball standpoint, because I want to keep it, I want to keep it strictly hoops. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we could get into a little bit of that, man. But yeah, we going a little too too beyond that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, from a business standpoint, she's doing a terrible job with the Lakers. Are the Lakers gonna remain relevant? Yeah, they're gonna listen. Ted, if your team does not make it for the like, let's say they get defeated in the play-in, I guarantee you they're still gonna talk about the Lakers. They're still gonna talk about them. They're not gonna stop talking about the Lakers. They're not. So yeah, they're going to continue to talk about the Lakers. They're going to continue to market. They're going to see what's going on with LeBron, and we also got to think too. This is a big year. This is, believe it or not, this is actually a big decision going into the offseason that LeBron is going to have to make because he is on the list in terms of free agents, and people are gonna, they're gonna see what he's gonna want to do. But I'm gonna be real, Ted. If I'm LeBron, man, I'm calling it quit, man. Like what more? It's like Jay-Z. What more can I say? Like what? You're excited for the 2024 Olympics? We'll see what takes place. Um, Listen, man. The fact is that the world has caught up to us, Ted. The world has caught up to the United States, and that's why on Gilbert Arenas' podcast, shout out to Gilbert Arenas, they came with who would win, the world versus the U.S. Right now, it's the world. You know what I'm saying? If we're putting because you got to think about it, the guys that are in the MVP race. Got to talk about Jokic. He's international. Got to talk about SGA. I know SGA. They see SGA as American and all that other stuff. Nah, he's international. He's Canadian. Okay. You talk about Giannis, international. You talk about Luka, international. Those are your top MVP candidates right there. What about him? What's up with it? Wait, what? Nah, I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about KD now, man. But I was talking about KD, and I said KD got to get it done. He got to get it done. Bar none, he got to get it done. And wait, what? What has he done since he left? Since he's left Golden State? Okay. Now I'm telling you this. Wait, what? Right now, this is after the stuff that I've said in reference to KD, the good things. You know how Stephen A. Smith gives his little spiel. He'll say a bunch of nice things in the beginning, but then tear them apart or whatever. Well, I semi did that. The only difference is that I do respect the championships that he got, but I said on the flip side, you still got to prove that you could get it done on your own too. Because my whole thing about the championships that you won over there in Golden State, what if they would have lost? Then we wouldn't even be having, the only discussion would be the complete opposite too, and it would probably be at a higher magnitude because the fact that you didn't get it done when you had those players, when you had a Hall of 3 Hall of Famers on your team, that they're going to tear you apart. The media just like they tore you apart when you didn't get it done with KD. With Kyrie and Harden, and just like they about to tear you apart again now that you got Booker and you got Bradley Beal. No, they're not. No, they're not, man. Now, maybe in a okay. If we're putting, it depends on who's on the roster. But right now, man, the world right now, man, is because I'm gonna tell you something. You got to think about it though. You got Giannis, okay, who you who you still maintain to this day that he's not a superstar. Okay, I just remember that stuff you said. Wait, what, man? I still remember that, man. Okay, you got SGA, you got Luca, all right, and you got Joker. No, he's not, man. Stop it. You said coaching in front office sabotage. He's his run so far. No, 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 no. Yeah. Did you say SGA is Booker? How is SGA Booker and he one of the leading candidates? Everybody calling him the MVP. When have you said Booker has been an MVP? The only time you could have said MVP beside Booker is I would say the year before last. The last when they were playing, when they had Monty Williams and stuff. Some people had him in the conversation. Okay. Joker equals Embiid. No, he's not. Joker got a championship. Okay, so that exits that out of there. Giannis has done more, and he's led a team, and Giannis doesn't stay hurt. AD at one point in his career, he stayed hurt. AD is actually hooping right now. AD is the best player on the Lakers. His 2001 run. Right. That's what I'm saying. That was the only time, but since then, you really can't say that about Booker. You can't say that right now. I mean, he might put a solid numbers, but also he's still he's bothered by injuries and stuff too. Man, AD has been the best player on the Lakers. Him and D'Lo. And check this out. Wait, what? The Lakers are 6-4 without LeBron. They don't need. They're proving all the time that they don't need LeBron. AD came out with a statement too, and shout out to the brother Savage Basketball Facts, man. Shout out to Savage Basketball Facts. If you're listening, man, if you listen to my channel, shout out to Savage Basketball Facts. He put out a statement that AD has said, man, and I was just looking at that too. AD has so much more fun out there when LeBron isn't out there. And D'Lo does the same thing too. So I wanted to give him a shout out for putting that out there. He did a video on that, man. Shout out to Savage Basketball Facts. Shout out to Sports and Fitness Rants. Shout out to Brandon Love Sports, all of them homies, man. But yeah, man, KD do got to get it done, man. KD got to get it done. You said SGA is Booker. You said Luca, and if you're talking about Anthony Edwards, please tell me you're not talking about Anthony Edwards. Because Anthony Edwards' ceiling to get better is way higher. Way higher than Luca. Luca, honestly, man, some people feel like Luca has peaked already. The question is, can Luca get to another level? Now, I understand Luca isn't even 20. He ain't even 25 yet. Is he 25? SGA reminds him of Penny Hardaway. Reminds who of Penny Hardaway? I ain't gonna go there. he's not. He's not the. He to me. He's not the. To me, he's not the pinpoint passer that Penny Hardaway was. He reminds you. Nah, he's not. Nah. And I like SGA, man. I just don't see Penny Hardaway in this game, man. Penny Hardaway's game was just so smooth, man. It's like you know, Ted, when you say effortlessly, my slow turn coming in, no effort, no effort at all, effortlessly, no effort at all. That's what Penny Hardaway was. He got great feel for the game. That doesn't take anything away from SGA because you got to think about it. It took SGA a couple years to get. People got to realize, man, SGA was with the Clippers and everything, so it took him a minute to finally get his just due and everything. But Penny Hardaway came in as a natural. Penny Hardaway had court vision out of this world. And it's going to trip you out, Ted, when I say this, all right? A lot of people, they want to sit up here and compare a LeBron to a Jordan. If we're really looking at Penny's game, Penny Hardaway played like a smaller version of LeBron. The only difference is I would say LeBron is a little bit more explosive. Penny had better handles. Le, People forget that how amazing LeBron he does have good court vision. He got really good court vision. LeBron had done some no look type passes, you know what I'm saying, pinpoint passes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but the handles, Penny's ball handling was a lot better, and his game was much more smooth. And Penny had a lot more in his bag in terms of being down in the post because people got to understand Penny used to take guys down in the post and go to work and everything. He had better footwork. Um, you think so? Yeah, I say Grant Hill. Yeah, Grant Hill. Yeah, no, Grant Hill, Penny. Yeah, because Grant Hill was raw, but a lot of people felt like Grant Hill was better than Penny. But I never felt that way. I didn't think that Grant Hill was better than Penny. I like Grant Hill's game. I like both of their games, especially when they came in. They were starting to usher in that new wave of players that were really versatile. Because you got to understand this too, Ted. As much as everybody gives Scottie Pippen grief and stuff like that about some stuff, a lot of people were trying to pattern their game after Scottie Pippen in the sense of, okay, you could play the small forward position, but still be able to do other things. Now, Penny Hardaway, he was naturally a point guard, but sometimes he played the shooting guard. He would play that combo, but he was always that number one. Sometimes Penny Hardaway, very rarely he would play the three position. I think he played the three position after he got injured and stuff like that, and then he started playing with Phoenix and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't gonna play no the number one. But Grant Hill, he always played that three position, and what would Grant Hill do? He was always handling the rock. He played the point forward. That's what Scottie Pippen was doing. Yeah, so yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and Well, I was gonna go. Hold on 1 second. I'll stay on here a couple more minutes. If y'all want to chop it up, I see a couple more people in here. I know right now, man, I'm going through a little construction process, man. As soon as I get everything up and running, man, trust and believe me, it's going to be different. All right. So I want people to, like I said, man, just stick by me. I know, y'all feel like, oh man, when I'm gonna see you said I had Grant Hill over Penny. Nah, I got Penny over Grant Hill. Grant Hill Grant Hill, as much as I like Grant Hill, I felt like Penny brought he made his teammates much better. You know what I'm saying? And Penny had more of a bag than Grant Hill. Grant Hill was just raw talent. Um, that was when he first came in, kind of underdeveloped and extremely athletic. But Penny was athletic too. I mean, Penny was rocking the cradle, man. You know what I'm saying? Back slamming it and stuff. Penny was catching ollies and stuff, man. Penny was throwing ollies. Penny could finish with either hand on the at the rack. Penny could, okay, at that time the crossover wasn't like like an AI crossover or whatever, but it was kind of that Tim Hardaway crossover with the killer crossover. But mainly it was all about first stepping. He was blowing past Jordan, and then have that counter move with the spin move. Bam! You thought he was gonna, you know what I'm saying, go to the rack, but then he'll end up dropping off a pass. You never knew what Penny was gonna do, or he could stop and pull up. He could stop and pop. You know what I'm saying? He could, hit the three. He could hit the step back. Penny knew how to set up an offense. Penny knew how to set the table. Penny could draw a double team and get out of the double team or whatever, and then go ahead and find a guy. You know what I'm saying? Penny knew how to expose a player's weakness. You know what I'm saying? Especially, like I said, I bring it down again. He'll be in the post or whatever, not in the low post, but maybe that high post, mid post area, and go to work, hit the fadeaway. He had so much stuff that he could do, man. Penny Hardaway was unbelievable. And I'm going to be real with you, Ted, and I'm going to be real with everybody else up in here. There was a time where I thought Penny was going to be better than Jordan. And if you're saying that I'm capping, you're lying. Because when Penny first hit the scene, everybody and their mama was jumping on the Penny train. They were buying his shoes. It was kind of like with AI. When AI had hit the scene. They were buying the shoes, buying the dolls, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff. But yeah, that's it, man. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna ride out, man. I appreciate everybody pulling up. Make sure you like the video, share it, subscribe, hit the notifications too. Straight to the point. Sports and entertainment, man. I'll get at y'all later.